Do you experience neck pain, or do you have a condition called Dowagers Hump or neck hump? Well, this is Running with Dr. Andrew. I'm a physical therapist. So I'd like to show you 4 exercises that I recommend that you do to help get rid of your neck pain. Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 3 to the common injuries. Today I'd like to talk to you about neck pain and a condition called Dowager's Hump. Dowager's Hump is basically where you have a little fatty tissue around the cervical thoracic junction area. And cervical thoracic junction area is where your neck meets your upper back. Now you have 7 cervical vertebrae in your neck, and those are the connecting pieces. And then you have your thoracic spine that has 12 vertebrae, and each vertebrae has a rib that attaches to it. So that's kind of where your neck meets your upper back. And that can get tight in that area there and cause that little fatty tissue. So typically what happens is people will spend a lot of time with their head forward and their shoulders rounded. So almost kind of looking like a turtle a little bit, sticking their head out. And so what happens is, because of this position, well, then you develop a lot of trigger points. You almost can kind of see this muscle popping up pretty good. This is called the upper trapezius. And so when you have a trigger point in this muscle, this actually can cause some headaches and neck pain too. It can refer pain to the neck and to the head and to the jaw. The more repeated injuries that we have, the more referred areas they can cause, and cause quite a bit of grief. And also these muscles in the neck here. So what happens is, whenever these muscles are on stretch, they actually are not as effective. They start to kind of strain and cause trigger points in here, and these can cause headaches and neck pain too. And so we want to try to avoid that as much as we can. And you can kind of think of your head as if you're holding a bowling ball out in front of you. So if I was holding a bowling ball here in my hands and try to hold it out there for 5 minutes, there's no way I can hold that bowling ball out that long. I would have to eventually drop that ball because my muscles start to get tired, and eventually that bowling ball out in this position actually is more than 8 pounds. Kind of same thing with our head. The further away our head is from our body, the more strain we start to have on these muscles here. So we want to make sure to pull that head back and squeeze those shoulder blades back to you and have good posture there. So over time we get tight in this area, and then we get weak in the back. And so we want to make sure in the back is nice and strong. That helps kind of hold our heads up a little bit better. We use stronger muscles to hold your head up there. And then these muscles start to become actually more effective. They can turn your head a little bit better. They can look up and down a little bit better. And then you start to feel better. You don't have as much pain. So I usually see this with a lot of individuals, not just runners. We'll definitely talk about runners having head and neck pain too. That can be a very common thing, just because you tend to stick your chin forward. And, you're in kind of a relaxed position, down into the sitting in the saddle. That's kind of a term that's used, is that runners will like to sit in the saddle while they're running, and that can stick your chin forward. And you think about it, if you're in that position for 3 hours or so, and it only takes about an hour to start to develop a trigger point in your muscle, so it's not very long. So if you're in that position for 3 hours, definitely you're causing some more pain there. And again, in the regular population too that don't run, if you're sitting there watching TV with your head forward, looking at the computer, watching YouTube videos, sticking your head forward for hours or on end there, definitely that can create some headaches, some pain there too. So definitely pulling that chin back while you're watching all these fun YouTube videos that we're all putting out. I think that's very important to kind of help with that posture there. And again, driving, we're always sticking our head forward, especially now it's getting a little snowy, a little icy here in Arkansas. So definitely we were all kind of sticking our head forward, trying to pay attention, but we're really straining and everything, really engaging a lot of muscles here that are not designed to do that, designed to do other things. And that starts to cause some pain. I'd like to show you the first exercise to help out with neck pain and your Dowager's Hump. Again, the Dowager's Hump is wherever your head is positioned forward and then a lot of times people have a fatty tissue around that area, and that's just because of the rounded shoulders and forward head. So these two exercises are kind of two in one. You can do it two different ways. The first way is that if you have like a foam roller at home, and again, you can get these at Walmart, pretty cheap. You can get them at any type of sporting good store. And also have like a sock. These are just like compression stockings that I have that you can put up against your back here. So you can find a chair. You place that right there. You want to kind of place it a little high, or right where that tight spot might be at. Sit up a little tall there, as much as you can. Kind of gotta get it in the sweet spot there a little bit. And then what you're gonna do, you can really try to straighten up there, stretch that upper back area and come back down. Really, it's almost like if you're pushing your chest up. Should feel kind of good. It feels kind of good to me. And come back down. So you want to hold it for at least a good 5 seconds and come back down and do at least about 15 of those. I think that should be about enough. Maybe a couple times a day, or if you're sitting in the office chair, you need to do a lot of typing, a lot of looking at cell phone, you might want to do that exercise to kind of help open things up. Like I said before, whenever you have tight muscles in front, throws your head forward, it actually deactivates muscles that help support your head. And so like your lower trapezius and your big muscles in your back that help keep your head nice and tall there, those become weak and deactivate. So we want to activate those and deactivate the ones in your neck area, and those are the ones that will be causing your pain. Okay, this is the second part of the exercise number 1. It's a little bit more aggressive, so you just want to be careful with this. And so you're going to lay down, and then you can put the sock there if you want to kind of help out. And so you lay down. So this is kind of good for the core too. So you can squeeze your butt, and then you can find that area that's tight. And what you can do, you can bring your arms out here. And so whenever you bring your arms out, that actually helps stretch and mobilize your neck. Feels kind of good here. Nice, good stretch. Okay, the second exercise that we're going to do is that we're going to do some strengthening. It's going to help out with posture, strengthening your lower trapezius and all the scapular muscles, the shoulder blade muscles that help hold your head up nice and tall there. Okay, so this first one here, you can use a ball. And if you don't have a ball, I'll show you a couple other things that you can do. So you're going to lay on the ball, this position here. And so a couple ways you can do this. This first way is squeeze your shoulder blades back, keeping your chin nice and even there, making sure it's not down here and doing that. You want it to be nice and tall. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. If you don't have a ball, you can use a mat. Okay? Or laying on your bed or anything like that. So you can do, make sure you keep your chin nice and even. And you're going to squeeze and then come back. Squeeze. Making sure when you squeeze, aren't you squeezing up here? Don't shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, but pull down and relax. And squeeze and relax. So you want to do about 15 or 20 of those with that exercise. So another one that you can do is you're going to stand up. Same thing, keep it nice and tall, and then squeezing, and then relax. Squeezing. Okay, this is exercise number 3 that I have. And so with this one, all you need is a towel. It can be just a long bath towel, something that's not too thick. And what you're going to do is just help gently mobilize your neck there. Sometimes you can even use your hands to do it too. But if you do have a towel, this one's a nice one to do. And so you can kind of wrap it around your here. And you want to make sure it's not way up high. You want to make sure it's kind of down low just a little bit. And this one should feel good. It should not be painful for you. So have you swing your legs around this way so you can see the side view. And what you're going to do is you're going to gently pull and straighten your posture up there. Try to get down in that lower position there. Pull, straighten up your posture. And when you pull, I don't want you to pull hard, just a little bit there, and then straighten up your posture there. Hold for about just a little bit and come back down. You can do several repetitions. 15 or 20 is good. You can do this throughout the day. I'm going to show what you can do if you don't have a towel and you're in the office or whatever. So you can kind of grab your hands behind here and same thing, pulling. So you get a good massage on those upper trapezius. This feels really good. Everyone will probably really enjoy this one here. So pull back. So the fourth exercise that we're going to do is to stretch a muscle called the Pectoralis Minor. So it's a muscle that attaches kind of in the side of your shoulder and goes and splays out into your ribs. So it's one that will roll your shoulders forward and throw your head forward there. So this is kind of a nice, gentle exercise. You can find a corner anywhere, and then what you're going to do, you're going to step forward with your leg, and then lean forward, and you should feel a good stretch and the muscle kind of right through here. And making sure that you keep your chin nice and even rather than sticking your head forward like a turtle. We want to come back forward. That's where the head should belong, nice and back. You hold this for about a good long 30 seconds and do that a couple times. Then you would want to switch arms with that. Well, that concludes our video on neck pain and how to help something called Dowagers Hump. Now, if this continues to bother you, definitely don't hesitate to let your physician know or your local physical therapist know. And hope these exercises do help out. Definitely, I think improving posture will help out, and also help out with not just your daily activities, but also running too. This can help out with running and help take pressure off of your neck and your head. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe, and keep running, keep safe, and we'll see you next time.